Hello everyone, welcome to some Modern Warfare 3 free-for-all gameplay, but that's not really the important part. I'm here to talk about a very, very important subject that is near and dear to the hearts of many in our wonderful civilization, and has very personally affected my life on a number of levels, and that would be, of course, cheese. Now, cheese is a generic term for a diverse group of milk-based food products. And cheese is produced throughout the world in wide-ranging flavors, textures, and forms. But cheese consists, mostly of proteins and fat from milk, and it's usually milk from cow, goats, or even sheep and buffalo. It is produced in coagulation of the milk and protein casein. Typically, the milk is acidified, and addition of the enzyme rennet causes coagulation. The solids are separated and pressed into a final form, though some cheeses have molds or on the rind throughout. Most cheeses melt at cooking temperature, so, around 200 degrees, more or less. Everyone loves cheese, but not many people know where it comes from, and the origins of cheese is very complicated, though it is an ancient food whose origins predate recorded history. There is no conclusive evidence indicating where cheese making originated, either in Europe, Central Asia, or the Middle East, but the practice spread within Europe prior to Roman times, according to Pliny the Elder, who had become a sophisticated enterprise by the time the Roman Empire came into being. Excuse me. I've been eating a lot of cheese in preparation. Proposed dates for the origin of cheese making range from around 8000 BCE, when sheep were first domesticated, to around 3000 BCE. The first cheese may have been made by the people in the Middle East, or by nomadic Turkic tribes in Central Asia. Since animal skins and inflated internal organs have since ancient times provided storage vessels for a range of foodstuffs, it is probable that the process of cheese making was discovered accidentally by storing milk in a container made by a stomach of an animal, releasing the milk being turned into curd and whey by rennet from the stomach. There is a legend with variations about the discovery of cheese by an Arab trader who used it as a method of storing milk. Cheese making may have begun independently of this by pressing and salting curdled milk to preserve it. Observation that the effect of making milk in an animal stomach gave more solid and better textured curds may have led to the deliberate addition of rennet. The earliest agricultural evidence of cheese making has been found in the Egyptian tomb murals, dating back to 2000 BCE. The earliest cheeses, likely to have been quite sour and salty, similar in texture to cottage cheese or feta, a crumbly, flavorful Greek cheese. Cheese produced in Europe, where climates are cooler than the Middle East, required less salt for preservation. With less salt and acidity, the cheese became a more suitable environment for useful to microbes and molds, giving aged cheeses their respectable flavors. Ancient Greek mythology, pardon me, credited, excuse me if I pronounce this name wrong, Aristaeus with the discovery of cheese. Homer's Odyssey, 8th century BCE, describes Cyclops making and storing sheep's and goat's milk cheese. From Samuel Butler's interpretation, we soon reached the cave, but he was out sheep herding, so we went inside, and stock of all that we could see. His cheese racks were loaded with cheeses, and had more lambs and kids than his pens could hold. When he had so done, sat the milk and milked his ewes and goats, all in due course. He then let each of them have her own young. He curdled half the milk and set it aside in wicker strainers. By Roman times, cheese was an everyday food, and cheese making a mature art. Comedelia's De Resutka, I believe, circa 65 CE, details a cheese-making process involving rennet coagulation, pressing of curd, salting, and aging. Philly's Natural History, 77 CE, devotes a chapter, 997, the first 9 being in Roman numerals, to deciding the diversity of cheeses enjoyed by Romans at the early empire. Now, it goes on to say that post-Roman Europe also enjoyed many collections of fine cheeses, and it has also been used very much in the modern era. Now, there is a special brand of cheese called artisan cheese, and this means that artisan cheese, made in small batches from local sources, is grown at a pace that exceeds even the growth rate of general cheese consumption in America. By 2011, the average American was consuming an average of 30 pounds of cheese per year, a 20% increase from 1990. Artisan cheeses accounted for 10% of all cheese that was consumed by Americans, and over the previous decade, artisan cheese consumption had grown over 5 times faster per capita. And the American Cheese Society had 400 members in 2000, which jumped to 1,200 members by 2009. Recipe books for homemade cheeses are another growing recent trend. Now, unfortunately, I believe my time is soon to be cut short. So, I would just like to thank everyone for their wonderful appreciation of cooking, and more specifically, the cooking of cheeses. Now, I'm very happy that I can spread my love of this fine food product with the world, and as you can see, the game is now over. Thank you again for listening to my wonderful commentary detailing the historical origins of the mysterious food flavor and food product, cheese. Thank you for your time.